There we go, guys. Trying to do this. Jackson. The thing? Why is it my fault?
You broke it. They don't have it. They have the bucket, the popcorn bucket, but it's Krusty the Clown. I bought it and then broke it.
Yeah, I broke that thing.
No, P45.
Why are you laughing? Oh, it's there?
I need a haircut too. Oh, we should have gone. We're down here.
Down.
Oh, they're downstairs. There's some downstairs. There's some downstairs. Oh, right now.
That's your excitement. Don't step on
This is the way to do it. Tram first.
Yeah.
I have the bridges down there. Like last year. Like last time.
Oh, yeah.
That's not our part.
Like dreaming. Shade dreaming. You're so like happy.
I am happy.
You're gonna have to pay for parking.
No, man.
We got like VIP access to get in.
Dude, that was awesome.
That was crazy.
What's down there?
Thank you so much for stopping by the studio tour. Keep in mind our theme park closes this evening at 10 o'clock, 10 p.m. Not bad at all. I recommend downloading the official Universal Studios Hollywood app. On the app, you can reserve seats ahead of time for our #1 rated show, Waterworld Alive SeaWorld Spectacular, using the brand new virtual live feature. So on the app, reserve seats for Waterworld, then take
Good
a
idea,
walk in the
right?
woods.
I always thought so.
Just joining us, your wait time.
We can take it on the tram, can we?
20 minutes.
Yeah. That's why I always get it for the tram. Sweet. See while they're waiting.
On outside of a sound stage, that means they're really excited and may have to hop off the mic for that as well. All right, my name is Carly. I'm going to be your tour guide for about an hour. Our driver's Jose. I have one more person to introduce you to. You may recognize him from The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. Anybody guess who it is?
Oh, hey there! You made it! Welcome to the Universal Studio Tour. I'm Jimmy Fallon. I'll be making sure that you get through this experience in one piece. You've got the very best guide
Carly.
and the greatest driver.
Jose.
They're the best. I love them. Even though
Carly.
owes me $5. I know you guys are excited to get on the tour, but first, a few safety rules.
That's right. If you have a medical emergency, if you drop something of value off the side of the tram, if you're having if you're having any audio visual problems with these monitors, or you just really need to get my attention, reach up and pull the red emergency cord running down the center of the tram above your heads. This will stop the ride, and I'll come back to assist you. Otherwise, during the entire tour, That's right, I'll say vous play. Please remain seated at all times, keeping arms and legs inside the vehicle. Keep in mind the studio is private property, so if you drop your phone or you can't wait to use the restroom, just pull the cord and I'll come back to help you out. No smoking on the tour. Be prepared. Our tour features loud noises, fire effects, sudden tram movements. We love water effects here at Universal Studios. Loud noises. Last but not least, we ask that you do not use selfie sticks on the tram for the safety of you and those around you. Okay,
There's no one
we're going
here.
to officially leave the theme park behind and enter
There's no
the
one behind
studio.
me.
We're going to make our way down our timeline. On either side of our tram, we'll see some of our classic Universal movie posters over the last 107 years. Universal Studios was founded in 1912 in New York City. Our founder, Carl Laemmle, there he is on your screens, after making movies in New York City for 3 years on rooftops, because that had the best lighting, but you would get an occasional snowstorm flying through and ruin a day of filming. He moved the company out here to Southern California on March 15th, 1915. You're looking at the opening day ceremonies on your screens. So when we opened Universal City, we are our own city here. We have our own fire department, sheriff department, post office. We're over 400 acres. Where everything a real city is, we just happen to be a movie studio and a theme park. In fact, our founder, Carl Laemmle, wanted this city to be known as the strangest city in the world. We're doing our best to live up to that dream. And the white building on our right is the Universal City Fire Department. Also, this summer on July 15th, we celebrated the 55th birthday of the Universal Studio Tour. Back in 1964, there was a big mystery around movie making. Television was pretty new. Filming on a typical week for Superstore, Monday through Friday, is one episode. That's usually how long it takes. It's about 1 week of filming for every one episode of a 30-minute sitcom. But so much more work goes into it than that. Things start a couple months before you start filming. Pre-production is we're here in the front lot. The writers write the episode. Casting directors then cast the smaller roles in that episode. They make additional props and costumes. Then they will film the episode on our sound stages in our back lot over a week time period. We call that production. And then post-production starts in this big gray building coming up on our left. Post-media operations, it's in here for the next 6 to 8 weeks. Once you're done filming, the producers, editors, director, they go through all the footage they filmed over the week time period. They find their favorite shots, they'll edit it together, they add sound effects, music, cut it down to 22 minutes. With a commercial break, you have your classic 30-minute sitcom.
We are on the
4 months
tram,
of work from start to finish.
listening to
Hundreds
this
of
lady
people
talk.
working on
She's
every
very
one
nice.
episode of a 30-minute sitcom, and that work is happening here in our front lot every single day for many, many different projects. Now, on our right, we're passing soundstage 41 and 42. This is where they're filming the second season of Homecoming on Amazon Prime. This season is starring Janelle Monáe. After that, no, the lights off. Looks like they wrapped up for the day. After that, you see a couple of minions hanging out in front of soundstage 43. 43 followed by 44. For the last 4 years, this is where they filmed The Good Place on NBC with Ted Danson and Kristen Bell. They wrapped up their final season. Their interior sets were inside of these sound stages. They wrapped up their final season a couple months ago. Now these two sound stages are where we're filming the new season of Good Girls on NBC with Christina Hendricks-Retta and Mae Whitman. Now coming up on our left, you'll see Universal's favorite teddy bear welcoming us to our bungalows. It's Ted. Ted is enjoying a Friday afternoon beverage in front of some of the bungalows that house Bluegrass Films. Bluegrass Films brought us movies like Ted and Ted 2. Now these bungalows on our left were all originally dressing rooms for some of Hollywood's biggest stars, like Rock Hudson, Doris Day, Jimmy Stewart, Clint Eastwood. Lucille Ball was here for some time.
There's a baby in there.
Back then, an actor would be contracted to work at only one studio for long periods of time, years and years on end. So their dressing rooms are much more permanent, right? Kind of like little apartments with kitchens and bedrooms inside. Back then, an actor knew they were only going to be able to work at this one studio for several years. Their dressing room basically became their home away from home. Compared to now, where actors can work at any studio they choose, and their dressing rooms are the trailers. We've seen a few parked out here where you can bring to any part of our lot on location or to a completely different studio altogether. So now these bungalows are used as production offices for some of the top writers, directors, producers, casting directors, production companies. I mentioned Bluegrass Films, the Ted movies, Illumination Entertainment is basically here. They brought us movies like Despicable Me, Secret Life of Pets, Sing. And coming up in just a moment on our left is Office 5195, the dark blue tour. That is currently the office to the Dino De Laurentiis company. But you'll notice a familiar little profile next to the door. That was once the office to the incomparable Alfred Hitchcock. He directed films like Psycho, the merger window. Thank you, Mr. Hitchcock. Now, the next big building on our left is Soundstage 22 and 23, a little office space in the front. The very first thing to film in these sound stages was Hairspray Live in December of 2016. They shot the interior scenes in the sound stages and the exteriors right next door in our Metro set. Since then, it's been used for projects like World of Dance, America's Got Talent, and it's currently the home to the final season of Will and Grace.
Anastasia Beaver House. Just an ordinary tourist from the Midwest. Oh, me too. What part? Minnesota Pencil Concert. Oh, but the fighting Caucasians.
Now, of course, that scene took place in our Metro sets, which we are headed to next. But I'll tell you what, they just finished loading out a set out of 23. So you get one more view of one of our sound stages on our left-hand side as they are clearing out those last few objects, get those tall ceilings, the padded walls there.
Yeah,
but that's it for the front lot. That consists of our sound stages and our offices. Now is the back lot where we shoot the big stuff. Exterior scenes done on a huge scale. Now, first, our Metro sets. As we drive through, keep in mind the buildings are fake. The stonework and brick is thin fiberglass. And the buildings are facades, meaning we can't film inside of them. They're just used for exterior shots. Now, the first street we're headed down is Brownstone Street. This is the street I pointed out the 1964 Glamour tram drove down earlier in the tour. Here's a few examples of what's filmed here. If there's any fans of the Mindy Project on board, you may recognize this as where Mindy Kaling's character lived on the series. Also featured in films like Gone Girl and Post Up, Popstar Never Stop, Never Stopping. Now, we just mentioned how Hairspray Live filmed behind us in Soundstage 22 and 23 for their interior scenes. But when they were singing and dancing in downtown Baltimore, check out some of these sets on our left-hand side.
Oh, yeah.
They were singing and dancing and welcoming to the 60s out here. Now in Hairspray Live, we turned this area to Baltimore in 1962. We call it Courthouse Square. Some of you may recognize this as Hill Valley from the Back to the Future film. Now, this area probably is most memorable for being the clock tower in Back to the Future, but it was also used in films like Psycho 2, To Kill a Mockingbird, Gremlins, filmed here. Now, you might be looking at your screens and be looking at City Hall back to our left and be thinking, Carly, are you sure that's the same set? It looks different. I would say, yeah, of course I'm sure. If a tour guide, it's my job to know. We changed the design a little bit to be the fictional town of Grandview for the television series Ghost Whisperer. However, if you were to walk up those steps, go inside of City Hall, look side to side, you would still see the 4 large white pillars on your screens. They're still standing. Basically, the creator of Ghost Whisperer didn't want the town of Grandview to look exactly the same as Hill Valley because it would be distracting when you watch the show. They just put up a big fake fiberglass brick wall in front of the pillars to change up the look. Simple as that. Now, if you guys look at your screens, you can see a little mountaintop to the right of the clock tower. We have the same mountain to the right of City Hall. Hasn't gone anywhere. I'm often asked where you can see the Hollywood sign. You guys are on the wrong side of the mountain. We're in the valley. The Hollywood sign is on the Hollywood side of the mountain, which is the little mountaintop to the right of the clock tower. Sort of puts it in perspective how the town is laid out.
It was actually the back lot of the Courthouse Square that inspired the entire climax to Back to the Future.
I had scenes up in the clock tower on that ledge. There was a ledge about that wide. And I was standing inside, looking at the ledge, and I already had
There's the
vertigo.
clock tower right
I just
there.
thought there's no way,
Have fun.
no way I'm going to stand on that. I was up there for quite a while. Of course, I had a cable.
Well, as you can see, we've left Hill
Don't know
Valley,
who those guys
California
are.
behind, taking you all the way to New York City. We've turned onto our New York Street. To tell us more about that, I'm going to throw things over to Mr. Jimmy Fallon.
Hey everyone, welcome to New York! I got my start right here in New York on Saturday Night Live. This is actually my old neighborhood. Once got mugged over there by an old woman, tough lady. This is my favorite hot dog guy. Hey buddy, how's it going? Remember me? No. Just like old times. Gotta love New York City. Hey, I'm walking here! It's cool guys. I was just walking there. So it's not exactly New York, but a lot of times when you see New York in the movies, it was shot right here on the Universal Metro sets. If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. Even if you make it here on the Universal lot.
Now, filming in our metro sets includes episodes of NCIS, Criminal Minds, House, CSI, Parenthood, Colony. The Good Place Trolley Challenge in season 2 is actually the little intersection on the right-hand side of the tram. Now, there was one day a couple years ago when Castle on ABC was filming here. And people always ask, what happens on the tour if they're filming out here as the trams are driving around? Well, we have to skip whatever part of the lot they're filming in. Generally, they're not going to win a train drive through the background of one of their scenes, right? So this particular day when Castle was filming, we were going for the front lot, skipping the metro sets completely, and heading up the hill to King Kong. Well, Nathan Fillion, the star of Castle, he was on his lunch break and had some time to kill, so he walked to the corner, waved down a tram, hopped aboard, rode through King Kong with the guests, and we dropped him off at the bottom of the hill so he could continue filming the rest of the day. Marvel's Agent Carter was here a lot. Key and Peele on Comedy Central. You can see our metro sets in a lot of their sketches. If there's any fans of How I Met Your Mother, you might remember an episode where the gang is running around town looking for the perfect burger. It wasn't in New York. It was here on our New York street. 4 episodes of American Ninja Warrior is filmed here now. They'll build that crazy contraption right down the center of our New York street and film it in the middle of the night. Scenes from The Amazing Spider-Man, Captain America, the First Avenger, the first Transformer film, the epic battle between Optimus Prime and Megatron, filmed here. For that movie, they hung a giant green screen on one end of our street so they could digitally add the Transformers, explosions, skyline of the rest of the city. Earlier this summer, Hobbs and Shaw came out. Several scenes in the movie filmed right here in our metro sets, including the big motorcycle chase scene through London was actually right here on our New York street. Now, if action movies aren't your thing, maybe you're a fan of musicals. We shot a lot of those here as well, including scenes from Bye Bye Birdie, The Music Man, Annie, 1992's Newsies from Disney filmed here. I mentioned the pseudo-movie musical Popstar Never Stop, Never Stopping with Andy Samberg. There's a bunch of flashbacks, old music videos. Every one of those music videos filmed here in our metro sets. Another sort of movie musical to film here was Blues Brothers.
When the Pinto fell and you saw it land and make this big hole in the street, that was on the back lot. We dropped it from a crane. You dig like that in Chicago, good idea. When people ask me all of the movies I've ever done, what was the most satisfying or most fun, I've got to say Blues Brothers. We got to sing, we got to dance, got to drive and train with the best stunt people in the world, and got to be an actor and a writer. So it was a good piece of work.
Danny called John America's guest because just didn't walk into anybody's house.
During the shooting of the movie, John was missing, we couldn't find him.
Danny went off looking for him and saw a light on in this one house and knocked it off.
I said, sir, we're doing a movie down here, we're looking for one of our actors. Oh, John, yeah, he's on my couch. He came in, he had a snack a couple hours ago, he's sleeping. He was America's guest. I mean, literally that happened.
That's awesome. We have a little disclaimer because we're hitting a little bit of a backup. And even though there's not a ton of stuff filming, there is still a lot of production going on because a lot of our shows are getting their sets ready to go. So once the holidays are over, they can get right back into work. So we might have to occasionally hold for some production trucks driving back and forth. So thank you for your patience. So in Blues Brothers, we turned New York Street into Chicago, and Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me, was turned into London in the swinging 60s. And in the movie Castaway, starring Tom Hanks, you might remember, that movie opens with a busy street scene in Moscow. It's the dead of winter. There's snow everywhere. They shot that scene right out here. The art director came in and just changed the languages on the signs, covered the streets and the sidewalks with artificial snow, and they bundled up the actors in thick, heavy coats and parkas, even though they filmed it here in Southern California in the middle of July. Very cold days. A lot of hot for the actors pretending to be very cold in winter Moscow. Now that is a great example of the work art directors do. An art director can come into any part of our backlot and completely transform it to fit a production's needs. Sometimes it's very simple. If they want this to be an 1890s New York City street, a very common trick is they'll cover the pavement and sidewalk with sand and dirt, so it looks like an unpaved road. You just get a horse and carriage going down the center of the road. Also, on the other side of the tram, we have a few lampposts. They're not usually there. That must have been something filming here earlier this week. There's metal squares that those lampposts are plopped right into. There's still a few that are showing. Little metal squares along the sidewalk every 10-15 feet that way. In fact, as we head up the hill, you get a great view of just how tall these metro sets are. So you can picture a completely tarp with that big black fabric. Now, we've had a lot of great movies that have filmed here throughout the years. A lot of great directors that have worked here as well, including Mr. Peter Jackson.
It's the original King Kong that made me want to direct movies. I saw that movie on TV when I was about 8 or 9 years old, and I wanted to become a filmmaker. I like films that just take you away from your real life and sweep you up an adventure. Kong literally does that. I mean, you're on board the ship, you're sailing to a lost island, you're encountering monsters and creatures from, you know, prehistoric times. So I was thrilled when Universal invited me back to Skull Island, and it's great to have you along for the ride. Now, we have created this 3D immersive experience, so you're going to have your glasses ready. Don't put them on yet, but just have them in your hand because we're about to return to Skull Island.
Huh?
So the bus is a movie sighting or
The
just a
Universal tram is winding its way through a very
We're gonna go
narrow
through. We're gonna go through and then
trail
go
in
around.
Skull Island,
Oh, I
allowing
mean that bus.
the visitors
that
a
bus?
little sneak peek at some of the
It's a
world.
different
Part of
bus.
the set,
Yeah.
What?
It's a part of the set, a part of the movie, like the ride.
In a sense, this is like a mini sequel, a mini continuation. We are just taking the Kong and Skull Island and the dinosaurs that we established in our feature film. And this is, you know, another day, another incident on Skull Island, using the creatures and the character and personality of Kong as he appeared in the movie.
If you have any loose items or tiny loved ones, please hold on extra tight and remain seated at all times. It can be a bumpy journey to Skull
Oh, you don't need
Island.
it right now.
This is one of my favorites. Yeah. He likes the no he yeah. But he likes Fast and Furious. That one's cool. It's way changed from that. Glasses on.
Wait, now?
I don't know. I put mine on.
Okay, glasses on, everybody. We're back in Skull Island.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Incredible.
Whose sample is that? Oh yeah. Such miserable guys. Oh my god. Oh. Woohoo! He saved us. He saved us. Well, it's a heat. It's called, it's 4D. It's 4D. Yeah, you can do it. I've been in the middle, the front, and the back is best. If you want to feel the better part of the ride for Kong, it's the back.
You just
So you know.
experienced King
It's
Kong
awesome.
360 3D, one of the world's largest and most intense 3D experiences on the planet. Our screens are 40 feet tall, 180 feet long,
Yeah.
making them one of the world's largest digital screens. In fact, if you look look at your monitors right now. That's where we were with all the lights on. It's a little bit different without dinosaurs chasing us all over the place, huh? The film was created by Peter Jackson and the folks at Weta Digital. Weta has won 6 Academy Awards for their work on King Kong, the Lord of the Rings trilogy, Avatar, and the Jungle Book.
With Project Studio Tour, the audience is in the middle of the environment. They're looking in all directions. There's creatures coming at them. They're seeing things from this side and T-Rexes from the other side. In the movie, we always know people are looking. They're looking straight ahead. They're looking at the shot that we're working on. Here you have to take into account that people are looking in all directions. Also, one of the things about this ride, unlike the movies that we're used to working on, there's no cuts because it's one giant shot. This tram that's driving along through Skull Island is where the camera's from. This ring represents where the screen is 10 meters away.
We're really creating about 50 minutes of a feature film. That amount of visual information, that number of pixels, and presenting them to the audience.
I love that. That's awesome.
Now you can feel free to take off those 3D glasses, but do hang on to them. We're going to need them again towards the end of the tour. Now we're doing a different route than we sometimes do on our tour here, and I'm excited because we don't always get to see this. Coming up right past this building on our right, we have an amazing mural painted by Tristan Eaton. Most of our trams don't get to see it. It's commemorating our early days of movie making. Back when the movie business first popped up 100 years ago, the movie business was brand new. It was a brand new art form. So everyone kind of had to make up the rules. Each studio created its own genre of film. Warner Brothers did the crime films, MGM the big musicals, but we put the monster movie on the map with films like Dracula, Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, The Wolfman, The Mummy. So we're very excited that Tristan Eaton painted this earlier this year. So we're excited we could show it off when we can. We're continuing on the monster movie horror genre. Next year we're coming out with a new Invisible Man film starring Elizabeth Moss. We're very excited about that. Of course, Invisible Man was an early hit of those monster movies. And another horror film, Us,
Kevin Bacon was
directed by Jordan Peele.
But
actually filmed in Soundstage 24 and 25 on our left-hand side.
But he did go
I mentioned earlier how he tore down 4 sound stages to expand the theme park.
Kevin Bacon was Invisible Man, but now called The Invisible Man. It was
and so many exciting
horror
things to
film,
film in
but
there, like
it was
Us.
great. It was a
Also
good
used for
movie.
scenes in
Look
Bird
it up.
Box
Kevin
on
Bacon
Netflix.
goes invisible. Not called The Invisible Man movie, but
I'm not actually.
it's a good movie.
Don't know if I'm allowed to tell you guys. Sometimes when we have a newer show, they like to keep it under wrap. They haven't told me no yet. Soundstage 26 and 27. You can see their building sets inside right now. They're doing a reboot of Saved by the Bell. They're going to be filming Soundstage 26 and 27 in the beginning of 2020. We're very excited about that. I do have a quick announcement. We're about halfway through the tour. I'd like to remind everyone to please remain
Kevin
seated.
Bacon. He goes.
And if you drop your phone or you can't wait to use the
Great
restroom,
movie.
pull
You
that
gotta
red
watch
cord.
it.
I'll come back to help you out. But please remain seated on the tram. Also, at the beginning of the tour, I said we were going to have a quiet zone. It is coming up. As soon as we pass this building on our right, you can see we've got a bunch of trailers lined up. Right on the other side is a beautiful little home. They're filming inside that house right now for the talk show Home and Family, so I am going to have to hop off the mic in just about a minute or two. But again, you guys can still talk. You can take pictures. You have a party if you want. But it'll be a little quiet on my end to not interrupt any of the horror. But feel free to take pictures and stuff. And again, we're hitting a little production traffic. We should be moving forward in a moment. So I talked a little bit about the monster movie genre. It's a huge part of Universal's history. Most of those early monster movies filmed in our Little Europe sets, which we are headed to next.
Maybe.
However, we're still filming in our Little Europe sets today, very popular filming location. It's not nearly as scary as it once was in the 20s and 30s when we were making out films like Frankenstein. In fact, some of you may recognize these sets by a completely different name.
You, Eleanor Shellstrom, are dead.
Cool.
This location, the afterlife, come on. I've never ever seen this. You're in the good place.
I'm not supposed to be here.
Now this is neighborhood 12358W on The Good Place. If you've seen the show, you know they live in the most perfect town ever created, with shops like All Chocolate Everything fits, tons of frozen yogurt. But the reason we're driving through here right now, as I mentioned earlier, they finished filming their final season. When they're in production, we can't get through here. It's full of all their set dressing and equipment. There's not enough room for the trams. Now your street and see the yogurt shop the couple is walking in front of? That's the same building right in front of Carmine. You see it says yogurt above the big window, puts it in perspective how the town is laid out. Now, if you've not seen The Good Place, the first 3 seasons are available on Netflix now. You can catch up before the final season wraps up next year.
I can't risk going to the bad place.
Okay, well, maybe it's not all that bad.
How can I help you?
What is the bad
yogurt right here.
It doesn't sound awesome.
Alright guys, and like I said, I do have to hop off the mic because they're filming right around the corner inside our lovely home, coming up on our left for Home and Family. So I'll see you in just a few.
Left side, huh? Let's get off the thing and check it out. There's gotta be snow. Well, I mean, it's all cloth, I think. Yeah, I think we're getting off now. I gotta use the bathroom right. Use the bathroom right here. So the red cord.
Snowball fight.
Red cord. You should pull the red cord so I go to the bathroom. We're in a quiet zone. They're filming Home and Family, so we gotta be super quiet.
And now we're inside of Soundstage 50. Episode of Bones filmed in here, also using Beverly Hills Cop 3 back in the day. So we're going into a subway station. You might think it would be easier to film on location at a real subway stop somewhere in Los Angeles, as opposed to building an entire subway station inside of a soundstage. That's probably true. Oh, okay.
Oh, thank God, it's over. It's over. It's over. Oh, no, it's not over. No! I can't swim! Ah! Ah, I'm gonna drown! We lived, we came, we're moving on now. Amazing.
What's going on?
Yeah. That was such a sad episode.
He dies? No.
No.
Look, they're sweet.
He looks very upset.
When I talked to him, said the guy died in his arms.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but every time I survive an earthquake inside of a soundstage, I like to go on vacation. What better place than Amity Island? It's the small New England town terrorized by a man-eating great white shark in the 1975 film Jaws.
Yes.
Director Steven Spielberg used these nighttime scenes to increase the terror of his
Summer
films,
Hotel.
like when a young woman is attacked during a midnight swim. But lucky for us, it looks like they caught the shark. It's hanging over the dock. Nothing to worry about. I think we can just roll on by. You know what? I do not like the sound of that music. Uh-oh, better tell that guy I think we caught the wrong shark.
There. Well, he was there. That's not fire. Fire's not good. No. 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 We're gonna need a bigger trap. We're gonna need a bigger tram. Oh, that's awesome.
But it's not a real shark. I know you thought it was. They don't swim backwards in the wild like this guy. That's what we call a mechanical shark, right? Kind of like the one they used when they were shooting the movie Jaws. However, their shark did not always work as well as ours. For weeks leading up to the first day of filming, Steven Spielberg and his team built this amazing mechanical shark that they tested over and over and over again. Well, on the first day of filming, they brought the shark out to the East Coast. They filmed the movie right off the coast of Martha's Vineyard. They put the mechanical shark in the Atlantic Ocean, and the shark immediately sank to the bottom. So they had to hire a team of divers to go find the shark, dig it out, bring it back to the surface. The team had to fix all the problems. They ended up going 9 months over schedule, way over budget. The movie was nicknamed Flaws. This is all because of a shark that doesn't even appear in the movie for the first 90 minutes. Spoiler alert! You guys, the movie was a huge hit. Don't worry about it. Now, I want you to take another look at the lovely little seaside town on our left-hand side, because some of you may recognize this by another name. Also known as Cabot Cove, for 12 seasons on the television series Murder, She Wrote. Oh, that's right, Angela Lansbury fans used to ride her bicycle all over that dock and just solve hundreds of murders. What a terrible place to live. Somebody was murdered in that town literally every single week for 12 years. What a nightmare. Thank goodness Angela Lansbury was there to save the day. They also used the home coming up on our right. Obviously, we have a little construction going on right now, but got a lovely view from this angle. This lovely little house is where her character, Jessica Fletcher, lived on Murder, She Wrote. We called it the Chicken Ranch. It was built in 1982 for the movie Best Little Whorehouse in Texas with Dolly Parton. Shout 91 with John Travolta, few television appearances throughout the years. Used in the music video Party Rock by LMFAO. I love to point out the neighbor of the Chicken Ranch. You can see it's just a wall painted yellow with some 2 blackboards hold up the side of it. Gives you an idea how most of the sets are functioning out here. I also want to point out the greenhouse coming up on our left, the white and orange trim. For all the kids on the tram, you may recognize this house from Matlock. There was an incident that took place on this little turn as we head up the hill back in 1991 when John Travolta was filming the movie Shout. He bought his very first brand new Rolls Royce while making this film, and he was so excited about it. He showed up to work really early so he could take his car on a little joyride around our back lot. Well, he was wrapping up this joyride by racing down this street we're going up to get to the bottom of the hill where he was filming at the Chicken Ranch. Well, just as he got to the bottom of the hill, a tram full of guests was coming around the corner, and he collided. The Rolls Royce was wrecked, the tram was broken, we had to get all the guests off the tram and onto a different one. But just when everyone thought the day was ruined, John Travolta was a great sport. He signed autographs for every person on the tram, he took a ton of pictures, ended up being a lot of fun for everyone involved. Now, we call this street Wilderness Road. We occasionally film out here. Some of the scenes in Bird Box when Sandra Bullock is running around the woods actually filmed down the little hillside on our right. The street was also used for a recent episode of 911 on FX, big car crash scene with ambulances all over. Well, coming up next, I think we're going to take you to a little town we call Whoville from Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Mr. Grinch.
Can you believe they were making this movie 20 years ago? This was a huge production on our lot. We used 11 sound stages, 9 football fields worth of artificial snow. To create the Seuss-like shapes of the buildings, they were made out of styrofoam and chicken wire. We used nearly 2 million linear feet of styrofoam to create the town of Whoville.
You're a bad banana with a
greasy black
He's a bad banana with a greasy black heel. You have no idea who was really living right next door. See, the Grinch isn't so bad when you have Norman Bates from Psycho hanging out a few feet away. Looks like Mr. Norman Bates is out here today. That's peculiar. All right. I'm thinking Norman has a pretty bad reputation in town, understandably, but he's running this motel all by himself. Mother's upstairs in her bedroom window watching over his every move. Talk about pressure. Let's just give him a chance, right? And look at that. See, he's carrying that tired lady to her car. So sleepy, right? Kids taking a nap in the trunk. Hey, Norman, a lot of out-of-towners looking for a place to stay. Do you have any recommendations? Maybe a business card you can pass. Oh, okay, it's a knife. All right, we gotta go. Norman, don't worry about it. We're leaving. Why don't you head back inside? It's a slow day at the motel. Pick up those feet. Relax. Put the knife back in the knife drawer. Nothing. No. Go back inside. Norman, we're already leaving. What are you doing? Wow, you guys, I am so sorry. The rumors are true. He is.
I almost died right now.
You're running a motel.
I almost died right now.
We got the Bates Motel and Mother's House coming up on our left. From the 1960 film Psycho, directed by Alfred Hitchcock. We're going to take you for two of our most famous sets to one of our most epic, because we're entering the incredible crash site of Steven Spielberg's War of the Worlds.
It's going away. They're going to take it away. Oh, yeah.
Now, the set was created for the 2005 film War of the Worlds, but it doesn't mean we haven't filmed out here since then. It was used for Nicki Minaj and Rihanna music video called Fly, an episode of America's Next Top Model shot out here.
Hobbs asked us to stash you with Sean for a while, so we brought you in our secret spot. We're having a few friends over. It's a little messy, but it's all good. The more the merrier. Especially you right there in that third row, like I was saying. So look, see over there? That's Hobbs' urban assault vehicle. Best truck the U.S. government can buy. But that work of art back over there was made by my man Tej. Think of it as like a Mona Lisa on wheels. Extra.
So did you break it down to them?
What's that?
You had one job to do, Roman, one. All right, look, guys, we're gonna keep Shaw from finding you, but to keep you safe, we need your help. We don't want the syndicate tracking us here, so put away your cameras and turn off your cell phones. One flash or one ringtone can give us away.
I need y'all to take this real serious.
No.
Okay, pull into the next bay and we'll meet you in there.
All right, guys, that was perfect. Moving on. Now, we do want to keep a low profile on set, so make sure the flash is turned off on your cell phone or camera. Also, you do not need those 3 flashes. Not yet. Just hold on to your glasses. I'll let you know when you need them. I promise you.
FBI, don't move. Damn, that's right, party's over. You know how long I took to iron this shirt, man? I'm not. You're under arrest right now.
Hey, just back up a little bit. I got you. It's like me. First of all, I don't work for you.
Oh, really? Well, tell me, Roman, who do you work for?
We don't work for nobody. I suggest you clear out of here, otherwise we can't guarantee your safety.
Guarantee my safety? I'm the one holding the gun.
Yeah, but mine's a whole lot bigger than yours. Hobbs, escort this novice out.
Let's go, Cookie Puss.
Ugly suit on, man. It's cheap.
Somebody out there really pissed off Shaw. It's gonna get ugly fast.
Yeah, don't worry. Lucky for you, our whole family will protect you.
Are you kidding me, Roman? You didn't shut off your phone, bro?
I gotta call you back. I'm just shit I'm talking about. Call you back.
Man.
It was on vibrate. Shaw traced us. House kept open up. Letty, Roland, we're up. Driver, move that vehicle. It's about to get real interesting.
those 3D glasses now if I were you. It's not time to get out there.
Which one of you is the witness? Speak now or you all get fried!
This is our turn.
After them!
Okay, guys, it's showtime! This nigga moving fast enough. Come on, ready, hook him up.
Witness is mine, Lenny!
How about you eat asphalt?
Don't think you're getting away! Come in the house!
Way to go, Lenny. Don't put him in the missile shot. Not gonna happen. Don't worry, I got this. Mommy, don't shoot. Head for the bridge. Under construction. Hit the nitrous.
We're not gonna make it!
Hell of a job, everybody. You protected the witness and you can resume breathing.
You know it's crazy up there. You guys read hard. Respect.
Now my Mona Lisa got messed up a little bit, but it's all good. We got through it. Y'all held us down. Appreciate it.
They said the bigger the family, the stronger it is. You guys did good out there. And you're welcome to join our crew anytime.
Well, believe it or not, you guys, I think it might be finally time for us to wrap this up. But it's been a pleasure having you on the Universal Studio Tour today. As we head up the hill, you're going to get a beautiful view of the San Fernando Valley on our right-hand side. You can see the Verdugo Mountain Range out in the distance. And if you look way back to your right, you'll see all those tan buildings. That's Warner Brothers Studios down in Burbank, not too far from here. If you're visiting Los Angeles for a few days, Warner Brothers has a great studio tour. So does Paramount Studios in Hollywood, Sony Studios in Culver City. Got a lot of options if you want to see another one. Now, I have an insider tip for you to get the most out of today's visit. Download the official Universal Studios Hollywood mobile app, where we have up to the minute wait time for our rides, show times, park information. You can see that we're open until 10 o'clock tonight. I'll tell you what, since we have a little traffic jam ahead of us, I pointed out Warner Brothers Studios, right? To the right of Warner Brothers Studios, you can see another tall tan building with a green top, tall skinny green top. That's ABC Disney Studios, right on the border of Burbank and Glendale. So we're all very cozy out here in the San Fernando Valley. We're all kind of lined up. And Warner Brothers has one of the largest costume collections in the entire world. And Universal Studios is one of the largest prop collections. So it's very convenient. Our properties are literally just across the street from each other. They come here and rent our props if they need something specific. And same goes for us going over there to get their costumes. It works very nicely out here in the valley. All right, we're moving along. If you guys have any questions about the tour, the studio, what films here, if I missed anything you're curious about, please don't be shy. I love answering your questions. After the tour, I'm going to be standing next to the big studio directory sign that has all the wait times on it. So please come on over and say hello. This is a great time to gather up all your personal belongings. You don't want to leave a phone or a wand behind. Also, when you unload the tram, watch your step and drop your...
All these people walking around in their choir robes and no one sings for me!
That's right.
I have something special for you.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. That was awesome. When you want to go hiking, but you want to go to Universal at the same time, so you take the stairs.
Bye everyone, thank you for stopping by the tour. Keep in mind our theme park closes tonight at 10 p.m.
And then you get like the best view ever. Look at that. Awesome. Yeah. I took the stairs. Yeah, it popped up right now. It was everybody else at. Damn, you let me take the stairs with myself. What? You let me take the stairs with myself.
Yeah, dude.
Taking the stairs down for the last row. It's pretty far.
I want to see you bringing them up.
I'll take them up. Take me a long time, but I'll take them up.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
I'm like a ninja. I'm floating on these things. Look at that. Hi guys. It's weird. Sleeps in the night. Let us bring silver and gold. One, two. Oh, where's Tiff? Tiff took the elevator. Listen to what I say. Alright, so it's down isn't a big deal. I'm gonna do them come back up after. I'll bring you guys back at that point. Alright, last set. And we're done at Jurassic. Here come the boys. Yeah! Now who's going back up with me?
Sounds
like a use.
I'm not gonna go back up with you.
I don't know where Tiff's at. There's Nina and Lisi.
Go!
Get those steps in! Oh, there she is. got down at the same time we did.
I got down like just as fast as they did.
But we feel good about it.
Congratulations. I used to work here, remember? I've seen those stairs enough times in my lifetime.
What are we doing?
There's plans to do Mummy. Okay.
Let's do Mummy.
Ain't nobody waiting an hour.
Oh, okay. Doesn't this have Justice?
This is on Dustin's present.
Doesn't Jurassic World have Ghostbusters?
I don't know. Well, does he want to do a Jurassic World?
So he wants to do Mummy. Yeah, okay. And then we'll use the other one for whatever other one you want to go on. Alright, I'm gonna wait for you guys.
You're not gonna take Mummy? Why not?
Leave your bags majority.
Alright. We'll be back.
Our bags.
Alright, taking five flights of stairs. 5 flights of stairs. All the way up. Here's 50, 55, 60. Let's see how far we go before I stop actually running up these things. Whew. Hundreds. We're in the hundreds. Yeah. Ooh, 155. Woo. Walk slow. Walk slow. Woo. It's a lot. 200 to go. Take it slow, easy. 175. Whew. Whew. 195. 195. Whew. Almost. Whew. 235. Now I'm hurting. Whew. It's not even the last of it. Middle break. Middle break. Whew. Yeah. Think this last one's? Maybe. Whew. Oh, excuse me. Almost. Almost. Last steps. Whew. 270. 270. We'll go. We'll do the same thing. 275. 280. Slow here. 285. 300. Do you see what I see? 325. 335. 340. Oh yeah. Whew. All of them. 345.
345. 345.
Yeah. Woo. That was a lot. So many. Yeah. Yeah, stretch this shit out before I cramp up. No fucking water. Whew. Alright. That's a lot of steps. A lot of steps. Woo. Woo. See how long it takes for everybody else to get up. Ooh, my knees feel weak. I don't want to say I'm gonna get cramped. I know. Might get a cramp somewhere. Oh man. Oh, there they are. Like 3 minutes? I think it's 3 minutes. Damn. 345 steps.
That was 345 steps?
It says them on the last step. Oh, my legs feel like jello. No, I have it on video. It's all on video. I got this.
No,
all recorded. All steps complete. Where are we going? So we go straight and then around.
Yeah, we go back through the back.
Yeah. Man, there's so many people here. Take a picture right there. Peace! Peace! Awesome. That's awesome. Oh my gosh. I'm dying. Dying here. Alright guys, I'll bring you back when we get to the broomsticks.
It's right here, bud. It's empty.
It's empty.
I don't get it, bro. That's what you want.
You want it, bro?
I'm Augustus Mayhew, the mayor of Whoville. A standing ovation for me. Please, please, keep your seats. Welcome to our annual Whovilation celebration. It's so wonderful to see all of you, the tall and the small, from far and from near. Join in the celebration with Hula Day cheer. As you know, it is tradition to remind ourselves what Christmas is truly about. We remember the small-hearted Grinch and his great Grinchy trick. The night he stole Christmas, disguised as St. Nick. And how our sweet Cindy Lou Who, I'm happy to say, showed us the true meaning of our beloved Christmas Day. So, places everyone, places!
Every down in Whoville liked Christmas a lot, but the Grinch who lived just north of Whoville did not. The Grinch slithered and slunk with a smile most unpleasant.
Okay. We can hear. It was Tatcut's fault.
The Grinch slithered and slunk with a smile most unpleasant around the whole room, and he took every present. He cleaned out the icebox as quick as a flash. Why, the Grinch even took the last can of blue hash. Toys, tinsel, and trim were looted with glee. Then he stole a light bulb from the tree. And the Grinch put his hand to his ear.
No more singing, no more drumming, because I, the Grinch, stop Christmas from coming!
Here you are, Mr. Grinch.
Kids today. What do you want?
To wish you a Merry Christmas. No one should be alone on Christmas.
It still came?
Uh-huh.
Even though I stole it all?
All right, what do we have here?
All right, you got me, officer.
Mayor.
Cuff me, Sheriff.
Mayor.
Whatever. You have me, it's true. I am the Grinch who stole Christmas.
He admitted it. You heard him, everyone. Can we just get back to Christmas the way it's supposed to be? Grinchless. Bring me the book. The term Grinchy shall apply when Christmas spirit is in short supply. If it's in the Book of Who, then in every way it has to be true.
Mr. Mayor, the book also states that no matter how different a Who appears, they will always
I stole all your Christmas. I stole all your toys.
Silly Mr. Grinch. Those are just things. Christmas is about being together.
The Grinch puzzled and puzzled till his puzzler was sore. Then the Grinch thought of something he hadn't before.
Maybe Christmas doesn't come from a storm. Maybe Christmas perhaps means a little bit more.
Now you know the true meaning. Nothing's been missed. And now that we're all together, you deserve this. Merry Christmas.
And what happened then? Well, in Whoville they say that the Grinch's small heart grew 3 sizes that day.
Oh, wow. Welcome, Christmas! Bring your cheer, cheer to all who's far and near.
Christmas Day will always be, just as long as we have we.
Welcome, Christmas, while we stand, heart to heart and hand in hand.
Every home down in Whoville, the tall and the small, was singing. He hadn't stopped Christmas from coming. It came. Somehow or other, it came just the same.
As mayor of Whoville, I hereby decree, let us light this stupendous, magnificent tree!
Everyone count from 1 to 3. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3.
Wait! I forgot one teeny tiny little bug. Here we
We got the way.